Hi, I'm Forrest Lonefight from the Maw, and I play guitar and vocals.
Hello, I'm Joseph Antleman, and I play bass with the Maw.
Hey, I'm Erik. I play piano. I try to sing sometimes, and trumpet.
Justin, drums.
We're the Maw from Des Moines, Iowa. We play music, and I think that what we're doing here today is maybe explaining why we think we have something to offer to the music community, you know, outside of what's already going on. Who are you?
Well, I'm Joe, and it's been a pleasure to play with these guys.
Is it over? It's over.
It's over.
Are you breaking up with us right now on film?
God, I've been cheating on you guys.
Damn it.
I'd say that I've been blessed to play with such talented individuals. This is probably the most adept band I've ever played with. There's no boundaries at all with what we do. We just, you know, we don't try to pigeonhole ourselves. Oh, you know, okay, so we're part of this scene or that scene. It's like we play with anybody, everybody. It doesn't matter what style of music.
Yeah, that's where we benefit. Because we have all these palettes, colors, and just certain beats and dynamics. A lot of dynamics in this band, which is what makes us stand out. You know, just whoever we play with, we just stand out. Just that little bit, much more. Get loud, get quiet. Vice versa. Mostly loud, yeah. But we like it loud, don't we?
I think that comes from what, like studying music. You know, when you study music going through elementary, middle school, high school, and you played for any number of time, one of the biggest things that they kind of ingrain in you is that dynamics. That makes all the difference, man. If you can get pianissimo and if you can get double forte, and yeah, you're right. To walk into a room with all you guys and you all understand that we're all on the same page. We don't have to like coach someone in the band to go, hey, we're going to get quieter here, you know what I mean? It's all a feel process. So the writing process is easy for us. We just get in and feel the song's kind of already mapped out, and we just plug into it. So
yeah, that's important. Yeah, it's important to be in the right place at the right time, because usually a musical part will come. It's like when I'm taking groceries to my car or something. I mean, you just gotta be there to channel it, and it hits quite a bit, I'd say, in this band. I mean, with all the songs that hopefully you viewed today, yeah, those are pretty big examples of us capturing a moment, especially in the Third Eyes. That was one song that I was ready to scrap. Yeah, I remember at the practice space. Yeah,
the song is stupid.
Yeah, the song sucks. I mean, it's not writing itself. And,
right.
Yeah, it took time, but we had a lot of fun, you know, putting that one together, and consequently that's our shortest song too. Like at 5 minutes, five and a half minutes. Yeah, but that one took the longest.
Right.
Yeah, and it's got everything that that we stand for. I mean, we're about. So,
inside of that no boundaries writing process, like, you know, where we don't put any, you know, like, oh well, we can't do soft stuff. You know, we do everything. It's kind of like an orchestra. You can kind of do whatever you want, and I think we get lack of radio coverage and lack of coverage period because our stuff can be long and lengthy, and they're kind of, you know, long journeys. We don't look at it and go, well, we got to clip this down to 3.5 minutes. That would never be a conversation we have.
Never.
We always it's kind of a running joke now that it's like, oh, it's only 8 minutes, you know, but truthfully, we have a lot to say, and I think everybody kind of has their own voice, and sometimes Justin comes up with something that we just need to hear more of. I don't want to play it for 30 seconds. I want to completely go into it and delve into it and expand the whole thing. So, and everybody feels that way. I mean, we all, it's like the last tune we were writing would be on the third album or something, you know, Pasture.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, just the intro was like 6.5 minutes, you know? We're laughing about it like, what are you going to do? It's just the way the song is. You can't detract from it. You can't take away from it. And honestly, the music doesn't belong to you, so we don't feel like we own it. We just play it.
Yeah.
The reason why I think our sound is so tight and cohesive is we're all multi-instrumentalists. so we can
Yeah.
we can feed off each other, and we kind of have an idea of what they're doing, rather than just well, you're the bass player, you're the drummer, do your part. We can all relate to what someone else is doing while they're playing, and feed off of that.
Yeah, and that's it makes it easier, to tap into that stuff. Because there's one song that we have, Shark Attack. It's called. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, but we're tongue-in-cheek guys. I mean, not everything has to be serious all the
You
time.
want to explain where Shark Attack came from? It was a pretty hilarious night. I mean, yeah, people do. They request it a lot, and it's a very simple tongue-in-cheek type of song, but it's really, I don't know how it's touched people's souls, but people need to die by sharks. I don't know. I don't get it.
It's just a fun tune. Yeah, because Joe actually wrote the piano piece, and that and everything just came out of nowhere. And then I had this riff, and then we all joined in, and it's 4 pieces in this alchemist kind of cauldron kind of thing. It's pretty uplifting when we capture that stuff. And you can hear that in the songs. We did a Super Mario show. It was a themed show, and then we learned all these different Nintendo covers, and then we want to do movie. We've done movie themes.
I think that was one of the funnest things we did. We had that TV set up in the practice room, and we put on RoboCop and just turned off the sound to it and played it. And just did the soundtrack to it, just free for all. Played the soundtrack through the whole movie, and of course we all knew it. I mean, everybody knows RoboCop; it's kind of a classic. But I mean, we were doing like machine gun sound effects and that, screaming. It was. But what a cool collective thing to do, and I think that's the way we think. I mean, I know we're all into video games. We like soundtracks to things. We're all very into soundtracks to video games, and really, when you look at that music, man, it's so highbrow. When we were learning like Metroid and Castlevania, man, it wasn't like, oh, it's kind of a goofy little tune. It's some highbrow avant-garde stuff, and the Japanese composers are just insane. All these weird modal things, and
it's easy for people outside that don't understand that the video game genre. I mean, they're pretty surprised when they see all the music that comes out of it. I mean, it's just genius work. And we're all about that. And, we got some other projects going on. We're going to do a Halloween themed event that fell through, but in the future we'd like to do that kind of thing. Shining, Halloween, Dawn of the Dead, stuff like that.
It's music that gets overlooked all the time. You know what I mean? I remember somebody telling me at one point in time, like, if you took all the music out of TV, no one would watch TV. And that's a fact. If you didn't have soundtracking and stuff, no one would watch any TV because it's nothing without music. So it's the same way for us. Like, we appreciate those things, and then when you really get into them, you realize how much went into the writing process for those composers to do something like the Shining theme, or any of those horror themes, man. Cape Fear, good God, we were doing that the other night. It was
we rehearsed that for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
right before we were going to play it. That was really interesting. Just stuff like that. Stuff like that is real stimulating. When you actually go and say, hey, we're going to play this. We're going to play this right now. A lot of bands can't do that. I mean, it's just the trust among the 4 of us, that we can do it. I mean, or we can pull it off somehow, some way.
Yeah, I mean, we did some cool shows in town. We've done some really great stuff. But honestly, I mean, we played with like Dillinger Escape Plan, which I think we all certainly look up to. Individual musicians in that band, and also the collective. They're very outside of the box. And
Stolen Babies. That was
Stolen Babies, great band. I mean, we played with some really, really fun bands. Intronaut. But truthfully, for me, the most exciting thing that we've done here in the 3 years that we've been playing together in Des Moines was the Mario show. That Nintendo music was like, I don't know, man. I had a smile on my face through the whole thing, and it was so cool that, it's one of those things like when you listen to a song that you heard when you were 7 years old or something, and it invokes an emotion in you, and it makes you go, oh my God, I remember something cool about that. And even just playing like the Mario theme and the underwater theme, like I could tell I was watching people in the audience, and man, they were just like uplifted, remembering sitting around on Christmas Day getting their Nintendo 64 and playing Mario for the first time, and what that music brings back and invokes. And it certainly does in us. We were tickled to death to be able to do it and be able to pull it off. I mean,
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but
It was.
Yeah, but yeah, the results, you know, were there. We have the show on video.
It was a song that Forrest had written quite some time ago, and they were playing it as a three-piece. And I was in Colorado, and I got sent a couple of like YouTube clips. And I looked through them, and we all look at YouTube, and you know, usually they're bad sound quality and stuff. But it was the one song that made me want to come here and sit and play with these guys. And I don't know what it was about it. I mean, obviously the feeling, the emotion that was in it, and there was certainly no boundaries once again. But so we got here, and you guys had a different name, and I spent a week, and then I went back home to Colorado and decided I was going to move here and play with you guys. And that name ended up getting changed to The Maw from Behold the Maw.
Yeah, Behold the Maw. That was the name of the song. Kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, but like I said before, we're tongue-in-cheek guys. Well, that's a good one too.
It's kind of the epitome of our sound. We have kind of a crushing sound. It's like heavy, and we obviously have dynamics. Dynamics are heavy. When I think about the Maw, I just think of this jaws crushing. I think when we play live, we really, show that.
Yeah,
on
Justin's
the can.
the newest member. He's the only lineup change that we've had, and I think when you're playing this kind of mathematical science and stuff, you have to have somebody that's talented. And we didn't know what we were going to do in the situation we were in, and Justin just came in, and I think he absolutely blew all of us away. And now we've kind of captured him, and his life's probably ruined forever. You know, he's not ever going to be able to play with any other musician and enjoy it. He'd be like, "You're just not thinking enough."
Coming from hip hop.
Yeah, right. Coming from hip hop, you know.
Yeah. See, there we go. Yeah.
What did you think when you came into the whole thing? Like, I mean, you listened to us before you even walked in the door. What did you think about the band? And
Well, I was in a hip hop band at the time. It was pretty much what I was looking for. I was kind of tired of playing hip hop. It was cool because I could improvise and try to mess up the MC as much as possible. But then I got a hold of their music. I was like, I don't think I can mess these guys up as much as I want to improvise. And I've actually gotten to the comfort level where I try to mess them up by throwing fills, or I change parts on the fly while we're playing live. To see if they'll
halftime
adapt.
triplets.
Yeah,
It works.
They just pick it up. That's always the kind of band I've wanted to be in, because it's much like jazz, where you can improvise and have everyone kind of just lock in after recognizing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do find the pocket a lot, man. That was obviously important in us doing auditions, and when you came in and sat with us, we are a pocket band. We like to be in the pocket, whether it's 120 BPM or it's 93. If it's fast or slow, it makes no difference. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody's playing, the same thing.
And in the pocket, for all you industry insiders, it's in the pocket.
Yeah,
we all lock in.
Right.
Yeah, it's an industry term.
Well, we all see a lot of bands that have potential. There's a lot of musicians that have potential, but I think you only find the pocket in music after you've done it for a period of time. I mean, you have to practice and practice and practice, and then you find the right people. Everybody knows when oh man, we got together and we jammed and it was amazing. Well, it's way bigger than that. Yeah. I've only played with handfuls of pocket players, and to have 4 of them in a room is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I like the scene. I mean, there's people, of course, that complain about, where they're at, but you're going to get that, wherever. I mean, whatever people exist. I mean, I've always loved the scene. The scene's got, like I said, he came from hip hop, and then we got a lot of jam bands, and, just punk bands, and just any kind, bluegrass, big folk scene here too, and then we fit somewhere in there. I don't know how, but yeah, somehow we do get a good response when we play here in Des Moines. And I've grown up here, and Joe has, or you have. Well, you're a little north of here.
A little north, still Iowa.
A little north of here, yeah. And then we've all done our time in other bands and other projects too. I mean, this is home. Make the best of it.
Des Moines got a lot of history too.
Yeah, it's a lot of history.
It's nothing to stick your nose up at. I mean, a lot of big cities can't really. They have countless bands that come out of big cities, but Des Moines has one huge band, Slipknot, and they came out of nowhere. Why did they come out of nowhere? Because they were a great band. They had a great idea at the time. They were very energetic live. I mean, people recognize it no matter where you come from. And the local scene in Des Moines actually has a ton of history too, and there's just a ton of great people around who support new acts, support new musicians, support people who come in through, and it's just a great place to be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of smart listeners here, honestly. I mean, I was surprised in moving here. I've played in a lot of different music scenes, from Colorado to Georgia, and I don't know, man. It was like the crowd that we have is typically a pretty smart, highbrow crowd. They understand music. They have deep influences. They know a lot about early '60s and '70s psychedelia, and they stuff that B-sides. These B-side kind of people, and those are the people that do really appreciate us, and they're the ones that come out to the shows, and they don't just hear all the noise that some people may hear when we make noise. It's actually something bigger than that, and they're aware of that. And however we get that across to people, sometimes it's certainly not mainstream. It's not something that you're going to hear on the popular radio station, but it's exploratory music. It's an exploration of feelings and emotions, and by God, they can be beautiful, and sometimes they can be horribly ugly. So And that's endless. And we can write 50 albums, you know.
Yeah.
Your emotions change every couple of seconds, you know, and that's nice to be able to capture that.
Frank Zappa says sometimes there's not a chord ugly enough to express how you feel.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we got some stuff that sounds pretty ugly, but I think it's beautiful.